Hi, everyone. Welcome to Raw Facts Official. Today's video is about most popular rapper, performer, producer, Kanye West. So, let's begin. West was born on June 8, 1977, in Atlanta, Georgia. After his parents divorced when he was 3 years old, he moved with his mother to Chicago, Illinois. His father, Ray West, is a former Black Panther and was one of the first black photojournalists at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Ray later became a Christian counselor, and in 2006, opened the Good Water Store and Cafe in Lexington Park, Maryland, with startup capital from his son. West's mother, Donda C. West, née Williams, was a professor of English at Clark Atlanta University and the chair of the English department at Chicago State University before retiring to serve as his manager. West was raised in a middle-class environment, attending Polaris School for Individual Education in suburban Oak Lawn, Illinois, after living in Chicago. At the age of 10, West moved with his mother to Nanjing, China, where she was teaching at Nanjing University as a Fulbright scholar. According to his mother, West was the only foreigner in his class, but settled in well and quickly picked up the language, although he has since forgotten most of it. When asked about his grades in high school, West replied, "I got A's and B's." West demonstrated an affinity for the arts at an early age. He began writing poetry when he was 5 years old. West started rapping in the 3rd grade and began making musical compositions in the 7th grade, eventually selling them to other artists. West crossed paths with producer No ID, who became West's friend and mentor. After graduating from high school, West received a scholarship to attend Chicago's American Academy of Art in 1997 and began taking painting classes. Shortly after, he transferred to Chicago State University to study English. At age 20, he dropped out to pursue his musical career. This greatly displeased his mother, who was also a professor at the university, although she would later accept the decision. West began his early production career in the mid-1990s, creating beats primarily for burgeoning local artists around his area. His first official production credits came at 19 when he produced 8 tracks on Down to Earth, the 1996 debut album of a Chicago rapper, Grav. In 1998, West was the first person signed to the management production company Hip Hop since 1978. For a time, West acted as a ghost producer for Derek D. Angeletti. Because of his association with D. West was not able to release a solo album, so he formed the Go-Getters, a rap group composed of him, GLC, Timmy G, Really Doe, and Aerostar. The Go-Getters released their first and only studio album World Record Holders in 1999. West spent much of the late 1990s producing records for several well-known artists and music groups. He produced the 3rd track on Foxy Brown's second studio album China Doll, which became the first hip-hop album by a female rapper to debut at the top of the US Billboard 200 chart. West received early acclaim for his production work on Jay-Z's The Blueprint. The two are pictured here in 2011. In 2000, West began producing for artists on Rockefeller. West is often credited with revitalizing Jay-Z's career with his contributions to Jay-Z's 2001 album The Blueprint, which Rolling Stone ranked among their list of greatest hip-hop albums. Serving as an in-house producer for Rockefeller, West produced music for other artists on the label, including Beanie Sigel, Freeway, and Cameron. He also crafted hit songs for Ludacris, Alicia Keys, and Janet Jackson. Meanwhile, West struggled to attain a record deal as a rapper. Multiple record companies, including Capitol Records, denied or ignored him because he did not portray the gangsta image prominent in mainstream hip-hop at the time. Desperate to keep West from defecting to another label, then label head Damon Dash reluctantly signed West to Rockefeller. A 2002 car accident, which shattered his jaw, inspired West. 2 weeks after being admitted to the hospital, he recorded Through the Wire at the Record Plant Studios with his jaw still wired shut. The song was first available on West's Get Well Soon mixtape, released in December 2002. At the same time, West announced that he was working on an album called The College Dropout, whose overall theme was to make your own decisions. Don't let society tell you, this is what you have to do. West's musical career is defined by frequent stylistic shifts and different musical approaches. In the subsequent years since his debut, West has both musically and lyrically taken an increasingly experimental approach to crafting progressive hip-hop music while maintaining accessible pop sensibilities. Ed Ledsham of Pop Matters said that West's melding of multiple genres into the hip-hop fold is a complex act that challenges the dominant white notions of what constitutes true art music. West's rhymes have been described as funny, provocative and articulate, capable of seamlessly segueing from shrewd commentary to comical braggadocio to introspective sensitivity. West imparts that he strives to speak in an inclusive manner so groups from different racial and gender backgrounds can comprehend his lyrics, saying he desired to sound just as ill as Jadakiss and just as understandable as Will Smith. Early in his career, West pioneered a style of hip-hop production dubbed chipmunk soul, a sampling technique involving the manipulation of tempo in order to chop and stretch pitched-up samples from vintage soul songs. On his debut studio album, The College Dropout, 2004, West formed the constitutive elements of his style, described as intricate hip-hop beats, topical subject matter, and clumsy rapping laced with inventive wordplay. The record saw West diverge from the then-dominant gangster persona in hip-hop in favor of more diverse, topical lyrical subjects, including higher education, materialism, self-consciousness, minimum wage labor, institutional prejudice, class struggle, family, sexuality, his struggles in the music industry, and middle-class upbringing. Early in his career, West made clear his interest in fashion and desire to work in the clothing design industry. He launched his own clothing line in spring 2006, and developed it over the following 4 years before the line was ultimately cancelled in 2009. In January 2007, West's first sneaker collaboration was released, a special edition Bapesta from a bathing ape. In June 2016, Adidas announced a new long-term contract with Kanye West that extended the Yeezy line to a number of stores, planning to sell sports performance products like basketball, football, and soccer, although Adidas terminated the partnership with West in October 2022 due to his anti-Semitic remarks. In May 2021, West signed a 10-year deal linking Yeezy with Gap. However, in September 2022, West announced that he was ending the deal. West's net worth was as high as $1.8 billion in 2021. In October 2022, Forbes estimated his net worth to have dropped to $400 million in large part due to Adidas's termination of their partnership following a series of public anti-Semitic statements. In August 2021, West applied to have his legal name changed from Kanye Omari West to Ye, with no middle or last name. He cited personal reasons for the change. The request was granted in October. West had alluded to wishing to change his name since 2018 and had used Ye as a nickname for several years prior, stating in a 2018 interview that Ye was the most commonly used word in the Bible. In the Bible it means you. So, I'm you. I'm us. It's us. It went from being Kanye, which means the only one, to just Ye. West is the 4th highest certified artist in the US by digital singles, 69 million. He had the most RIAA digital song certifications by a male artist in the 2000s, 19, and was the 4th best-selling digital songs artist of the 2000s in the US. In Spotify's first 10 years from 2008 to 2018, West was the 6th most streamed artist, and the 4th fastest artist to reach 1 billion streams. West has the joint most consecutive studio album to debut at number 1 on the Billboard 200, 9. He ranked 3rd on Billboard's 2000s decade-end list of top producers and has topped the annual Paz and Jop Critics poll the joint most times, for albums. West has won 22 Grammys, holding the record of the 2nd most wins and nominations, 68, for a rapper in the history of the ceremony. He has been the most nominated act at 5 ceremonies, and has received the 4th most wins overall in the 2000s. In 2008, West became the first solo artist to have his first 3 albums receive nominations for Album of the Year. West has won a Webby Award for Artist of the Year, an Accessories Council Excellence Award for being a style maker, International Man of the Year at the GQ Awards. He is really talented personality. Please stop judging and keep supporting the real ones. So, that's all for today. We'll be back again with another video. Be blessed everyone. Take care.